Rulon versus Dave fight. So there used to be a place called the Pizza Pie Cafe. I believe that's what it was called, just south of Second Street in Washington, down Washington Boulevard. It was called Pizza Pie Cafe, I believe. And the kids used to hang out there from high school and college and so forth from time to time. Well, there was we went to school with I went to school with a guy named Rulon and another guy named Dave. And I'm not going to tell you their last names, but Rulon eventually played football for the Denver Broncos, and then Dave is a successful business owner here in this area. But I walked into Dave's office one day and I was talking with him, and he told me about a fight that he remembered with Rulon. Now, Rulon was a big, gangly, strong, tough football player. I believe they were in high school. I don't think they were in college at this point. They were in high school, and they went down there to, they went down there to whether they went down there to eat pizza or whatever. But it's the way I recall the story is Dave was sitting there, and Dave was a really good-looking guy, and so was Rulon. But Rulon was a big, tall, strong, 6 foot, probably 6'4". He became 6'7", 275 later on when he played football for the Denver Broncos, and then Dave, he was still probably 145 pounds, 155 pounds, something like that. But Rulon was bugging Dave down there. They both went to Weber High, same school, and he was bugging Dave. Well, it was annoying Dave, and I think Rulon, the way I recall it, I may not have the story exactly, but Rulon wanted Dave to drink a glass of beer, and Dave says, "I'm not drinking a glass of beer." So anyway, Rulon kept pestering him and bugging him, and finally Rulon dumped a pitcher of beer over Dave's head, and Dave just lost it. They went out in the parking lot of the Pizza Pie Cafe, and they fought like crazy, and Dave beat the crap out of Rulon. Now, Rulon, once again, is a big, huge football player, and he was a tough kid. He was a fighter. And Rulon didn't know this, but Dave was a Golden Gloves boxer from Utah, and he competed in California in the different areas. He was a Golden Gloves boxer. And Dave proceeded to beat the crap out of Rulon. And anyway, at the end of the fight, they sat down and they laughed about it. And Rulon says, "I didn't know you were so tough." And Dave said, "Yeah, I'm a Golden Gloves boxer, et cetera, et cetera." But they laughed about it to this day, that how this small kid beat the crap out of this big bully kid. Rulon was bullying him and bugging him, and Dave kicked his butt because he didn't want to drink a glass of beer. That's the way I think I remember the story. But they're both old now, and that was a fun story. I laughed about that. I never did hear about that, but Dave is the one that told me about it in his office one day.